You're welcome back from that short break. It's to keep it simple, and it's our main discuss segment. Today we are looking at cybercrime. Well, the concept of cybercrime is historical. With the advent of information and communication technology, massive digitalization and unprecedented arrays of internet activities and everything, it has affected human life. It has positively impacted on every facet of human endeavors. Whether you're a businessman, you're a student, you're a professional at your field, we all know we can't do without internet and the opportunities it has to offer. But much as we speak about this, some persons have deem it fit to carry out their own activities illegally with the use of internet, and that is why we're looking at cybercrime today. Basically for me, I think cybercrime is an offense carried out against an individual or an organization with the intent of causing havoc, causing pains one way or the other, whether directly or indirectly, with the use of telecommunication gadgets and computers, tabs, and what have you. So basically today we'll just consider what cybercrime is, the platform through which it's carried out, the tools and methodologies involved, and we'll also consider, probably not today, but subsequent days, we'll look at the acts, laws and acts as regards cybercrime, and we look at the IT expert view to cybercrime, as well as the law view to cybercrime. But basically, we cannot shy away from the fact that this is something that is rampant in our society today, and we need to address it. And of course, that is the reason for this program. It's a platform where we prefer solutions to problems confronting us as a society, and we wish to bring about a lasting problem to the issue of cybercrime today. Ladies, what do you have to say concerning this topic?
Actually, it's a topic that's actually trending.
Yeah.
Because it happens day to day. The use of internet the growth of internet has led to the increase in cybercrime, because criminals no longer have to be physically present to actually perpetrate these things. At the comfort of their home, they could just sit down and they are doing their thing.
Yeah.
You don't need to go to a company and take guns, physical weapons before you intercept their data and all that. They could easily hack into their system and get useful data that they can actually use against this company. So cybercrime is something that we all know it's an illegal activity. Yeah. And it is something that so many people have gone into. And right now, people now see it as a norm, as a way of making quick money. Because, as it is said, it's no stress. For instance, if you look at what we call yahoo in Nigeria now, it is no stress. So many people, to the extent that I see people that someone told me that he's an apprentice in yahoo.
Really?
Yes. And I was like, apprentice, yes. And I was like, what is this? You mean they learn? He said, yes, they learn. They pay to learn all this kind of illegal activities in the internet. Oof. So cybercrime, it's actually a wild topic. Yes. Because it is not only streamlined to only one, it's a malicious activity. Yeah. It includes intercepting of data illegally, and that actually compromises the integrity of the particular company that it's been done against. It also involves the illegal use of weapons, sponsoring of weapons and terrorism and all that, and then the possession or the distribution of child pornography, duping people of their money, getting into people's email and doing stuff like that. And the funniest thing is that some people like me, I used to say that there is nothing that I have I don't have email that one person will go and use.
Yes,
I used to say that. I see that. I beg you.
The fact that you don't have does not mean
I don't have something there. I just feel that it's an ordinary message. You go there, you see ordinary messages.
Hello, in this 21st
I got
century,
to realize that I do. It's not that I don't have. I do have email. I just see that. It is not a big deal that if somebody asks into it, there is nothing they will find there. But I can actually be implicated if my email is acting and they use it for something. But when I got that knowledge, I was like, these guys are really bad, bad.
So we need to take, preventive measures against things like this. That's why
just like internet has helped us in many ways. There are a lot of disadvantages concerning internet, and cybercrime is part of it. A lot of people in Nigeria, when they hear cybercrime, they believe that all this Yahoo Yahoo.
It's just Yahoo Yahoo. It's not Yahoo Yahoo alone. No.
It's not Yahoo Yahoo.
Many more angles to it.
So, no matter, just like you said, I don't support the view that there is nothing I'm protecting in my email, that I really don't put a good protection in it. I think even your email, your website, you have to put a strong security so that all these hackers and cyber criminals will not have access to your website.
Thank you very much for that. Well, we are bringing in a guest, IT expert, but we'll go on a short break and he will join us right after the break. Please don't go anywhere.
Know that the Lord, He is God. It is He who has made us, not we ourselves. Be thankful to Him and bless His name. For the Lord is good. His mercy is everlasting, and His truth endures to all generations.
You're welcome back from that short break. We have with us an IT expert, Mr. Meshack Shobande. And good morning, sir. You are welcome on the program today.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Welcome on board.
I hope you didn't face much traffic before getting into the studio.
No, not at all.
Well, thank you for coming through for us. Well, we're considering the topic cybercrime.
Yeah.
And from your wealth of knowledge and experience, it's your field and you know what these things entail. So what's a cybercrime? And let's start with that first.
Okay. I think cybercrime, in a simple way of explaining it, is just a kind of crime that is being done online. That means if you want to commit that kind of a crime, you must have a computer system and also an internet, which is the network of networks. That means a computer must be available, then internet connectivity must also be present. So it's basically a kind of crime that only occurs online. So that's just it. But many people they only concentrate on the hacking aspect of cybercrime, because when you're talking about cybercrime, it's more than hacking. It's more than hacking. It's just like when you're talking about cybercrime. Let's assume some people will say, I don't have an email in which you can hack. Some people will say, I don't have much in my account that you can actually hack.
I used to say that.
And even if you hack it, I'm not going to be that moved. But this is it. Let's assume you don't have an email, a functioning email to be hacked, and also you don't have some value. You think to yourself that these things are not actually valuable to you. So even if they have been hacked, you won't feel concerned. But let me give you a scenario. Let's assume you have a presentation in a particular place, and your computer is connected to an internet, and you started with the presentation, and suddenly a pornography content actually appeared on the screen. Wow. How will you feel? So
that's so embarrassing.
That means you've also fallen victim of that cybercrime as well. So it's when you're talking about cybercrime, it's very, very wide. It's more than hacking.
So just like what we said the other time, that a lot of people keep wanting to go and learn the skills, go and learn this knowledge for them to have a good knowledge about concerning these hackers and cyber criminals. Do they have this specific institutes where they learn this, or are they talented just like that to know how to do this?
How do they do their coding?
I don't think so. I wouldn't say so, because sorry, let me call in. I would say that people use the good that they've learned and they turn it into something that's bad.
Exactly.
Do you get me? It's not really something that they go to learn that be bad, or this is it. It's now that young ones are really going into it, but on a norm, it's computer that people learn, and then some people just have, okay, I can easily access this person, I can blackmail people into that.
Let me quickly come in. When you're talking about this hacking of a thing, it's just when you go for, let's say, okay, let me come in this way. Ethical hacking is a professional course in computer science. So definitely you can decide that I want to go and learn how to hack. Ethical hacking is a course. Yes, it's a course on its own. Let me give you an example. Let's assume I have my password, let's say Facebook or email password saved on my laptop, and mistakenly maybe it got deleted, or I don't remember the password. But you know that if you have a saved password on your system, it's always been represented in black dots on the computer system. Fine. Now you have it saved on your system, but you don't remember it again. But you know you can still access it from your computer system. But ethical hacking will always give you a solution to that. Like there's a way in which you can edit the code and show the password instead of the black dot. So there are a lot of things ethical hacking is currently doing to help programmers, computer scientists, and it's also giving computer scientists solutions to problems that the internet users and computer users might actually have. But the problem is people really want money, quick money, and they use that because if you have a knowledge about a particular thing, you can use it against another person that is a novice concerning that thing. So this set of people are actually using it as an advantage over the novice of these let's say programming languages, stuff like that. So that's but it's not only for money. So many people do engage themselves in cyber crimes because they want to be known. They just want to be popular, and some people do it for the fun of it. There is a particular man, is an hacker, an Algerian hacker. They call him the smiling hacker. Some people call him Robin Hood. Some people call him Happy Hacker.
Robin Hood.
Yes.
And
based on what he actually did. This man hacked more than 200 banks in the US. He got a lot of millions of dollars and used it to support Palestinian, the poor people in Palestine.
Wow.
Okay.
So he actually used it in, he donated it to the Palestinian charity. He did it in the wrong way. And when being caught, he was actually smiling because to him, he thought he was doing the right thing. So after that, he was tried, and I think he was sentenced to hanging.
And he was still smiling.
He was still smiling.
He was still smiling.
After his death, he actually smiled. He smiled till death, and even after his death,
so now he has become a hero.
He's an hero to some people. So I'm only trying to let you understand that some people don't do it for money. Some people do it for fun. Some people do it to help some people in the wrong way, which I don't actually agree to that. So there are a lot of things attached to hacking.
So
yes.
Can you quickly share with us the platforms on which these things can be carried out?
Yes, they can be done. They can actually hack your phone. Your phone can be hacked. And there's another thing I would like you to also understand. When some bad guys get access of control system, like air control system, air traffic control system, land control system, they can actually cause commotion in a particular place. It's also a cybercrime. When a vehicle is supposed to be moving in this direction and the vehicle coming from this direction is supposed to wait for these ones to move and stuff like that, they will now give this one a green light and give this one also a green light so that there will be a collision and commotion. So there are a lot of things attached to it, and they also do it using your laptops. They can get access to your laptop in order to get your login details, either to your mail or to your financial transactions. And when they get hold of your login details, that means they are in control of your account, so they can move money from your account to any account. They can use your account to buy certain things and so many other things like that. So that's it.
From my research, I know there is also something called cyber terrorism,
yes,
which is quite quite different from cybercrime. So what's
I would say cyber terrorism is just a cybercrime that is politically inclined or motivated. So when you're talking about, like the other example I gave you, the example I gave the other time about traffic control system, when it falls into a bad guys and they turn it to a means of terrorism on a particular country or a particular state. So it's just like they want to get the attention of the government, or they want to launch an attack on the present government. That's what is meant by cyber terrorism.
All right.
So far, this cybercrime can control something like traffic. That means it's very wide and it can control anything that has to do with network,
exactly.
Everything.
That's why it's an online crime.
Does that mean that those people that are not online, they are safe from these people?
Not totally. Not because if you're driving now and you see a green light at this side, there's also a green light. You are not online, but you're going to be affected. You are only driving. You are not connected to the internet. But there are some things that are responsible for some certain things, and those things are actually connected. Let's assume there's a CCTV camera in this hall. CCTV camera can be hijacked. If the system controlling the camera is connected to the internet, that means the feed from that CCTV camera can also be hijacked and can also be tagged. Using some codes and some applications by cyber criminals.
All right. There are some terminologies that comes with cybercrime.
Okay.
Like example is identity theft,
yes,
cyber squatting, and some other ones. Can you just explain what it is, in layman's language?
Okay. When you're talking about identity theft, I think that one is very, very common now. I think, but the first thing an hacker will always do is to get your information, because I can't post definitely, yes, I can post as if you are the one communicating with a friend. It's normally it's do occur on Facebook, on Instagram, and some other social networks, or even emails too. They can post as if they are the real owner of the account, in which they are not. And how you get to know is they will begin to do things that the real owner of the account will never do. They begin to ask for funds, ask for some things that the owner of the account will never do. So definitely you will know. So the identity theft, they will only post as if they are the real owner of the account. And they also send phishing messages to people. If you don't have an account with Diamond Bank and you receive a mail from a Diamond Bank that you should update your account details, and you know you don't have an account with them, why will you click on the mail? That means there's an embedded code in that email. The only thing that will make it work is for you to click on it in order to trigger the action. Immediately you click on it, your login details and some information will be sent to them.
Okay.
So definitely they also send phishing emails to people.
Wow.
Yes, they do a lot of things, to get information from people. Then they use it to launch attack either on that person or to the people connected to that person.
Wow. Okay, so there is this should I call it a spam message, or there is this when you're browsing?
Yes.
There's this password HTTP.
Oh, okay.
Hyper something.
Hypertext transfer protocol.
And then there's S at the end.
Yes, that's.
Then someone got to explain to me that the one that doesn't have S means that the message might not be secured. Might not be secured, or it's from Akazo, what have you. Then the one that has S is secured. So how do they do it that when you just log into it, it takes you somewhere else?
Okay.
And is it a form of hacking too?
If I understand you very well, when you're talking about your HTTP being secured or not being secured, it's not a function of the S added to the HTTP.
Really?
Yes. Because even if you are placed on HTTPS and your website is not on a cloud, there's a particular word we use for it. It's always there's a platform in which you put your website on that will make your website very secure. That will make your website very secure. So, and then if you don't have a very good firewall and a very good antivirus, that means you're putting your website on a very high risk. And also, those people visiting the website also, you're placing them on high risk too. But there's another thing I would like you to understand. I'm going to give you a scenario of a guy that called me on a project and said I should actually design a website for him, all these online e-commerce websites like Jumia, all those kind of things there. So he called me after designing the project for him. I sent it to him. It's not a Nigerian. So after sending it to him, he said, wow, this is a very fantastic job. And he said, okay, you're still going to do something for me. Anybody that impute any card that is being imputed onto the on that platform, on that website, a copy of that card details should be sent to him. It can be done, you won't know, because all those processes are done at the back end. You are only concerned with the front end. That's the only thing you see. Yes, but the back end, there are a lot of processes that are still going on. So he said I should go on. He was actually planning to double my money, because if I could do that for him. So I said no, I don't participate in that kind of thing. So you just have to abandon the website.
Wow.
And go elsewhere to go and to go and do that.
Probably you will contact someone else
Definitely that will do it for him.
Wow.
And it's most definitely that he would definitely say, he might definitely say someone that will do it for him, because we're talking about cash here.
Jesus.
Yes.
So that means you buying online stuff is not that safe. Even in a place that you can say is secure.
If it is a trusted website, you can go there and shop. But if you're hearing a website for the first time that okay, this website is something that is being sold for 20,000 here, and it's been on their own website is now 1,000 naira. Then you rush there and you put all your login details and your card details there. That means you are also prone to hacking.
Yes. Wow. My last question is, I would like to know, like this. You said something about cloud. Like there's a platform where owners of website can put their website that will make it secure.
Yes.
This kind of thing is it expensive? Like what are the things that have been put in place to make sure that people can easily secure their website as against this hackers?
Okay. I would like to educate you about ways in which people can actually hack a website. One, if you have a website, majorly all the websites we have now, they run on WordPress. That's a CMS, yes. So, but a lot of them don't go there to update their plugins and their templates. Immediately you leave your plugins unupdated, hackers will have ways to get in. Then if you don't have a very good antivirus, hackers will also come in. If you don't have a good firewall, hackers will come in as well. And if you don't operate on a cloud server, something that can actually protect your website, like the one I was talking about the other time, you actually pay per month. Yes, to secure your website. But even if you don't have that kind of money, you can also get a very good antivirus plugin and a very good firewall plugin that can do that for you and get your site secured.
You have a lot.
That's a lot. Thank you very much, Mr. Meshack Shobande.
Thank you for having me.
We hope you will join us tomorrow again, because we're not even done. As we've not been able to touch all aspects of this topic. And in fact, you're leaving our viewers hungry for more. Like definitely they want to get to the end of this thing. So tomorrow we would consider safety precautions as an individual, safety precautions you can take as a company, organization. And yeah, you were just sharing tips on how a website owner can secure his or her website. So we'll just continue from there tomorrow. Thank you very much for coming around today.
Thank you for having me.
Vicky and Miriam. Thank you, ladies. And to our audience, thank you very much for watching Gov TV. You could send in your comments and your contributions to official Gov TV, #keep it simple. We'd love to know what you think about this topic. So till next time, till tomorrow, remain blessed. Bye-bye.